guys? We're back again with another ESO build. This time we're going to be checking out my Warden healing build. It's a magic based build, of course, because we healing. But let's go ahead and look at some of the stats we're rocking. So I don't really care about what race, but a better race would be Breton or High Elf, or Breton or High Elf, I should say, just because I'm running the Nord, and you know, not the best, but hey, it is what it is, right? So, and we're also running the Mage Boon, um, and then we're a vampire, but you don't gotta be a vampire, so you know. And then CP points, really just whatever you feel comfortable doing. I haven't even really set these up; they're not too crazy important anyway. Um, Now, since we're using pretty much all of our trees, I do have all of the passives and all the trees. And then we're using Destruction Staff in one hand and a Restoration Staff in another because, well, you do want to do some damage as a healer, right? And then we're Light Armor, all passives, which I'm still unlocking all of them, but this will be the end build here. And then I don't think we're using anything from guilds at all, so... And then I get all my racials for every race that I play, so it doesn't really matter there. Um, but okay, let's go ahead and look at the gear real quick, and then we'll jump into the talents and stuff. So the gear I'm rocking right now is a really easy starting set to get. It's the Winner's Respite. Now this full set, whenever you put an AoE heal on the ground, it'll put another AoE heal on the ground and it'll heal as well, and it'll do it every 10 seconds. And the other set I'm running is the Strategist set, which is just going to increase my spell damage and my maximum magicka. And also you place a mark over your target for 5 seconds, granting you 433 spell damage against your marked target. This effect can occur once every 4 seconds. So this is good because it's just going to increase your team's damage as well as your damage. And you want to do some damage as a healer since you already have one full healing set. But both of these sets are really easy to get in the overworld. And I have all blue. I'm trying to go for like all purples and try to get some legendaries and stuff on this guy here soon. But alright, let's check out the talents. Alright, so our first bar, which this is going to be our restoration bar, is going to be radiating regeneration, um, healing, illustrious healing. And then we have budding seeds, blue Betty, and then ice fortress. So what this is going to do here is that this is going to heal more than one target. It's going to heal like 3 of them. And this AoE on the ground is going to heal. Now you saw our proc from our gear pop as well. And it's going to heal over time. The regeneration heal, this first ability, is going to be a dot heal. And this is going to be something they can stand in. So if you're fighting the boss and it's sitting right here, you throw it down, they'll start regenerating. And then the next thing we use is budding seeds. So, oh, and if you're wondering why we went these morphs, so this is going to allow it to be AoE to heal multiple people, up to 3 nearby allies, instead of just single targets, so it'll be helpful for AoE healing. Illustrious healing, we went this because the other one would give you magicka back, but this one's going to increase the healing, and with Blue Betty, we don't really need any more magicka, so yeah, so this is how it's going to look like. Going to put your AoEs down. You're going to do your regenerating, whenever you need it, and then also, your ult whenever you need it. But alright, but now on to the fourth ability, Blue Betty. Blue Betty is going to be our magicka recovery mainly. So that's why we didn't have to go the magicka recovery on this morph, because we already have so much magicka recovery anyway, and magicka, that it doesn't matter. Blue Betty will keep you topped off. And then finally, Ice Fortress is going to pretty much buff you and your allies around you, and it's going to make you a little bit more tanky and not be able to get bullied as much. And then the ultimate, we're obviously going to be running the healing thicket. Now, the one we went with, there's one that'll give you ultimate regeneration, but this is only a 95 ultimate, 95 cost ultimate, so there's no reason to have ultimate regeneration. But the other one basically makes it to where if you heal them and they're inside the circle and then they leave the circle, the healing will still heal you even though you've left the circle. So that's all that really matters. It makes it a lot more useful. And also you can see our AoE heal on the ground is going ham because it's every 10 seconds, so you'll get that heal a lot. Um, and let's see what else. Alright, so let's go on our second bar now. This is going to be our damage bar, and there's a couple options here. So Crushing Shock, we're running this because if you want to go into PvP situations, if you don't have, like the other one's good for PvE, the other morph, which is just going to do an extra burn. But this one will knock your targets off balance, you know, and it'll stun them for 3 seconds, and it'll interrupt them. And the thing is that we want that at least a little bit in PvP because we, you know, like I said, we don't have any sort of CC for PvP in this build. And then we're running the Unstable Wall of Frost. It's going to do another explosion to do more damage because we want more damage on this bar. Another cool thing is that we're running the Frost Staff, and if you do the second ability with the Frost Staff, you will get a shield, and anyone you hit with this will get a shield. So this is actually going to be a really good supportive little armor buff that you can do. That with your Ice Fortress. Now the third ability is up to you here. Oh shit! Hold on, let me just go ahead and kill this person real quick. So the third ability is really up to you here. I have the Deep Fissures because Deep Fissure is AoE and it does a lot of damage. But you can also go the Fetching or the Fetcher Infection. This is also really good. Puts on a debuff, does really good magic damage over time. But this one's AoE, so really it's up to you whatever one you want to run. And then finally on this bar, we still want to have some healing. So we have the Mushroom Heal, whatever this thing is actually called. Let's see. Yeah, the Enchanted Growth Heal. We have that. And it's a cone in front of you. As you can see, it goes out in front. So you can heal everyone in front of you while you're still doing damage. You can shield them, you can heal them, and then finally, this last one, like Ice Fortress, this is mainly for you. I mean, you can use it for the teammates, of course, but it's mainly for you because you're going to be very, you know, squishy. But we went the Polar Wind, which is going to heal more, and pretty much Polar Wind is going to heal a lot more, and it's going to worry about healing you, but it also will heal allies around you. But it's a really big self-heal, and you're going to need it, and it just makes it really useful. Now the ultimate here is really fun because you can run whatever you want, right? Like I'm running the Permafrost, but you can also run, well I wouldn't run Feral Guardian because you'll lose it whenever you switch, but you could run Elemental Storm, you know, you can run another heal if you wanted to, you could run Swarming Scion. I'm a vampire and I actually like doing that from time to time, and the reason why is because this other heal we have is just so good, and it's so spammable that it's like whenever you want, and also you don't even have to use it all the time. Like some fights you might not even need that heal, and if you don't, you can just, you know, pretty much buff your team up with protection, as well as do a little, you know, storm around you dealing damage. Or you can just go straight up freaking Scion and get, you know, tons of bonus magicka, health, and stamina, and then just start wrecking stuff. Um, but yeah, so you know, really any ultimate that you would want to run, like Warhorn would be fine. Like Warhorn would be a good one. So pretty much any ultimate you want, you can fill in there. So if you have a favorite ultimate or a fun ultimate that you want to put in there, it's totally up. Just throw that in there. And then also our attributes, it's all magicka because you know we want as much magic as we can get. So with Blue Betty up, we'll leave Blue Betty up. We'll buff up, and then we'll switch. We'll go ahead and use our abilities here, use our AoE, which right now, it's a delayed attack, but yeah, so, but obviously this is a healing build, so, you know, and if you're not big on wanting to do damage and you want more heals, well, that's totally fine. What you can do is you can sub out the Deep Fissure for, another restoration ability, or you could actually sub it out if you want to keep your destruction staff, because I forgot. You can sub it out for any of these. Living Vines is really good. I actually used that for a while. It's really cool because you can put the vines on the tank, and then while they're getting attacked, it'll heal them, and then, you know, protect them and stuff. Um, Lotus Flower is not bad. You can use that. Makes it where your auto attacks, heavy and light, will heal. So really you could run those two, and that would be fine. So, you know, if you want to stay back out of combat, you could run Lotus Flower and put it here. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff you can do with this. But really, this one bar is almost all you'll need. Like this could be a 1 bar setup if you wanted it to be. Like I've actually used it completely as just 1 bar before, it never switched. But I usually switch a good bit to get that shield as well as this healing. And also this polar wind is really good to heal myself up. And also this is going to be a spammable for damage where you can just keep spamming. But but yeah guys, this is just a little beginner healing build. And I hope I can help y'all out with it. And I guess I will catch y'all in the next one.